Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Today we're going to be reviewing the Mercedes Actros MegaSpace that you can see in your picture there. We're going to go on a short trip from Germany over to Poland with an industrial condenser, so 60 tons worth of cargo. It's one of the specialised quick jobs that you can do in the game. So that's the truck that we're going to be driving today. Let's take the job and get into the game. I hope this video finds you well, and yeah, there we go. Absolutely teeming it with rain, which is unfortunate. Never nice to drive in the rain, but there is the MegaSpace. Huge truck. And there is our, well, there we go. There's our industrial condenser unit on the back. So it is a wide load, so we're going to have escort vehicles with us along the way. And that rain definitely coming down thick and fast, so this is going to be an interesting job for us to do. So without further ado, let's have a quick look at the cab here. Let's get the engine turned on. There we go, engine on. Let's get some lights on as well, and some wipers. Definitely going to be needing those with the weather as it is. So this is the cab. You can see here, pretty big, pretty sizable. It's a double bunk setup behind us, and you've guessed it, it's another flat floor. So again, this truck was one that really did look at the living space that a lorry driver needed when they're out and about. So big truck, and it was quite revolutionary because again, apart from the Renault Magnum, this was one of the first cabs to have a completely flat floor. Obviously most European trucks have that traditional hump in the middle that most of us are indeed used to. So let's have a quick look from the outside at the cab. There we go. Underneath there is the absolutely tremendous 598 brake horsepower OM502 LA engine. That is Mercedes 16-litre V8 engine under there. A lot of modern trucks have moved to inline sixes these days for more fuel efficiency, so this V8 is definitely considered a beast, and it should hopefully have a rather classic and throaty sound to it as well. So let's get back into that cab. We're pretty much set up here. We'll just turn on our sat nav in the bottom right hand corner so we can see where we're going. Looks like it's 25 past 9 in the evening here in Germany, so we're going to be doing our journey of an evening. So there's our first escort vehicle there. We're going to make our way out of this facility.
Turn left.
Again, we haven't got to worry about the traffic signals because we can completely ignore all the traffic lights on a special cargo mission. That's what our escort vehicles are there for, along with the police force as well. So off we go. Let's try and listen to that engine if we can. All I can really hear is the rain, typically. Do that window up. Loving this red quilt here on the dash. Pretty retro.
Go straight on.
And of course, it's not all about the 598 brake horsepower engine. The truck here produces roughly 2,800 newton meters of torque, so pulling 40 ton plus for this tracked unit, absolutely no problem. It barely breaks into a sweat. Phenomenal amount of power from that 16-litre V8. Gearbox wise, most modern standard automatics these days have got 12-speed boxes. This one's got the 16-speed version, so the driver would have had far tighter gear ratios to work with. So again, when it comes to heavy haulage, such as this particular load that we're taking today, or indeed if you're climbing up steep mountain ranges, or generically just doing a lot of inclines, the engine can always comfortably stay in its power band, and the sweet spot, if you like, without having to work too hard. So definitely going to be an advantage with the 16-litre engine. Now, stunning bit of architecture ahead of me. I would love to tell you that I knew what that was. Are we? Let's just double check the map. Were we were leaving Berlin, yes. So there you go, everybody. That is a stunning bit of architecture in the game. I'm really sorry that I don't actually know what that is. I should probably know, but regretfully I don't. So I'll probably know what that is after the video when I look it up. If you guys know what it is, do let me know in the comments. I'm sorry for not knowing what that landmark is. So round we go. The rain's still coming down thick and fast here. Lovely street lighting. Not actually driven at all in Berlin, I don't think. Now, is that the Brandenburg Gate, guys, coming up ahead of us? I think it possibly is.
Keep right, then turn right.
So we're going to go round here then to the right.
Turn right.
Round we go, look. No problem at all. It's an absolute lump, this thing. Humongous.
And then turn left.
As you can see. So we're now a left turn.
Turn left.
And I can definitely feel the power of the engine through the pedals, guys. Very, very minimal touches on the pedal here are producing a good amount of power. I'm using the Logitech G29 wheel and
Go
pedals.
straight on.
Absolutely no issue whatsoever.
Keep left.
So
Then
we're a
turn
left here. Police have very kindly closed the roads
Turn
for
left.
us, although this idiot here on our left is deciding to... There you go. He's actually come crashing into the side of the trailer, look. So that was really useful of them, wasn't it? I mean, why would you...
Get ready to turn right.
Unfortunately, SCS, that is a mega downflaw of this game. Sometimes the AI is the biggest letdown on special cargo missions. So there we go, we've received some damage for that, so rather frustrating. Again, lovely architecture out the windows here. Just check that out, look guys. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. What a city. Absolutely incredible. Never seen this before in the game, guys. Berlin is absolutely incredible on here. Wow. I mean, I don't know why I'm acting surprised, because I know just how well some of these cities are done across Europe. Berlin clearly no different. Absolutely tremendous work by the devs at SCS, who continue
Go straight
to
on.
work hard. Now, can I squeeze through the gap here with this car on the left and the lamppost on the right? We shall soon see. I think we can. Yeah, no problem there. We are through. Excellent. Guys, if you're new here at OD Simulation Gaming, thanks for stopping by. Great to have you. Don't forget to hit that like button and get the video shoved out through the powers of YouTube. And if you don't subscribe to the channel, please do consider hitting the subscribe button. It would really help our little channel out huge amounts, and it's all completely free. So it looks like we're going to be... Where are we going here then? Straight down and round to the left.
Go straight on.
No problem, the police have very kindly closed the
Turn left.
crossroads for us here. So we're a left turn. Looks like that rain is just starting to finish for us. Turn our wipers off.
Go straight on.
And there we go, look, cruising through the streets of Berlin with this absolutely whopping 60-ton industrial condensing unit. Not for the faint-hearted to drive one of these around, that's for certain. Huge amount of weight behind you.
Go straight on.
And definitely a challenge with the overhang on both sides as well. So hats off to all those people in real life who
Keep right.
move abnormal
And then
cargoes.
continue
It's
straight
not
on.
for the faint-hearted, as I say. It takes a serious amount
Go
of
straight
skill
on.
and precision to get these loads moved on time, safely and efficiently, and of course without any damage as well. Speaking of safety, the Actros, funnily enough, was one of the first lorries to bring several, if you like, car-like features to heavy trucks. Mercedes was one of the first to bring in the pioneering emergency braking system, so that system could detect obstacles and stop the truck automatically, if you like, using a radar dish buried away in the front of the truck underneath the main bonnet. It's also got the intelligence system, so that is a system within the
Keep
gear
And then continue
gear
straight
system.
on.
That's where you would pre-select a gear with a toggle and then just tap the clutch
Go straight
to
on.
make that shift happen. So very different way of gear changing. It was very new at the time. Trucks have moved on since. They've gone into dual clutches and things like that. The Volvo iShift is a particularly lovely truck to drive with dual clutch. I've got to say, I'm loving the power under this truck. It's quite a quiet engine, to be fair. It's not overly noisy. Wind turbines there as we head our way towards Hamburg. Yeah, we're not coming off towards Dresden and Frankfurt. We're going to go straight on. Doing a mega 27 miles an hour now. Moving very fast at all. Got a car just trying to work its way up the side of us. Bit naughty really, considering we're a wide load, but what can we do? I was telling you a little bit about the gear system a few moments ago. Now, it's worth noting out that this particular truck's got the electronic power shift, which is known as EPS, so electronic power shift. So this truck doesn't have a giant gear stick. It's actually got a very small joystick on an armrest, and you nudge that lever forwards to pre-select a gear. Then you push the clutch, as I say, with your left foot, and the truck executes that shift for you. So the brains of the ECU are doing all that work for you. And those joysticks, funnily enough, had a habit of, when they've been used a fair bit, had a habit of braking, which basically rendered the truck useless. The driver would struggle to change gear. As I showed you at the beginning of the video, this particular truck's got the 2-bunk system, so it's got an upper bunk and a lower bunk. Now that top bunk isn't just a thin piece of foam. Some trucks just put a very thin layer of foam up there. But this one, they turned that into a unique adjustable spring slat system, so actually it was a very comfortable bunk to have a little snooze on. People did enjoy that. Anyway, enough about facts about the lorry. I'm sure you're bored to tears listening to listening to that. Let's have a quick look outside. So we're going to put some beacons on. Actually, I didn't do that, so they're on now. And the sun definitely now set here on our way through to Poland from Germany. Gotta say, I was mega impressed with Berlin back there. Absolutely dead impressed with how they've modelled that city. absolutely gorgeous. It's always very different driving at night on ETS2. Obviously everything goes very dark, very little to see out of the windows, but it's quite calming driving of an evening, I think, particularly when you're just driving on your own. It's no good really for live streaming or anything like that, but it's great to see how the lighting works in the game. You can see, hopefully you can see those stars up there in the sky. You can see obviously the lights coming towards us, and of course with one tap on my steering wheel here we can flash our lights. There we go. Escort vehicle probably wondering what on earth we're playing at. One thing I haven't yet tested is the horn. Let's have a go with that. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Pretty generic, isn't it? I don't think the horn sounded like that on this truck, so definitely a stock sound effect has been used for that one. There we go, lit up by the motorway lighting. Whoops. Would you believe it? I've just wiped out the person at the side of the road. Cargo 1% damage. Whoopsie daisy. We were just a little bit too far over on the right hand side. Probably my fault for using the external chase camera just so you guys could see a bit of the truck. Still, never mind, we don't edit anything here. We just record videos and we like to see what happens as we go through and show you that unedited version, guys. Move over a little bit here because that's very narrow with the barrier at the side. So just 4 miles now to the final offload. Not long at all. This definitely won't be a long video. But nice to do something a little bit different and see different parts of this wonderful game. A game that just keeps on giving. So here we are, arriving. Looks like we've got a roundabout to navigate just further up. Just going to slow down before I go out the back of the escort vehicle.
Take the second exit.
So second exit, so straight over. Use all of the available space to navigate this one.
Exit now.
There we go. Loving the lighting, as I say. Some excellent reflections of the police car on the right there, and it looks like our offload point is in here. Yeah, escort vehicles parking up there. So round we go.
Finally, we are here.
Have I taken that way too wide? Probably yes. Who knows? No, we are indeed in. Perfect. There we go. Here we go then. So let's park up in the grid lines. A little bit too far. There we go. Handbrake on. Engine off. There we are from the outside, guys. Turn that engine back on actually. You can see our lights. There we are. Right. Let's get that trailer dropped then. Mission complete. 75 miles done. We've used 68.5 litres of fuel. we weren't perfect, I'm afraid. We got 3 stars. Good work. That was all due to the big smash that we had at the side of the road there as we were coming into the offload point. So there we go, guys. Special cargo mission complete here. Mercedes Actros MegaSpace. Lovely truck to drive. Not driven one of these before on the game, so great to bring a different truck to the channel. And I suppose most people nowadays, have they forgotten this particular truck? I think they probably have done. Most people love a modern day Actros, but the MP3 MegaSpace was probably for me the absolute peak of Mercedes luxury at the time. The 16-litre V8 engine, completely flat floor. It wasn't just a truck, it was a 600 horsepower apartment on wheels for the driver. This is the truck that made Mercedes probably the king of long haul trucking before we had all of the emission laws that basically killed the V8 engine that you've just seen and heard on the video. So guys, that's it. We'll wrap this video up there. Thanks ever so much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed that little installment here on OD Simulation Gaming. We look forward to seeing you very soon on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.